Good morning, students. Welcome to 7th Standard Social online class. Today, we are going to see a new lesson in economics, Unit 1 Production. Students, do you want shopping? Yes, everybody they want shopping. They want to buy clothes, sweets, so many things. Now, which sweet you want? Chocolates. So for making chocolate, we need sugar, isn't it? Sugar is coming from which product? Yes, sugar cane. But the sugar cane is growing from the earth. That sugar cane is converted into sugar. So with that sugar, we are making so many sweets. This is we call production. The change of raw material into finished product is known as production. So that production now we are going to see. In this lesson, we are going to know the meaning of production and types of production and what is main factors of production and its types also and its various characters of factors of production. Let me see the lesson. Production is the process of changing the raw material into finished product. This is the correct definition for production. Production is the process of changing the raw material into finished product. Here the factors of production is the input. Factors of production like sugar cane, machine, labor, sugar. Sugar is the output. Now let us learn about the production and various factors are included in productions like land, labor, capital, entrepreneur and its characteristics in detail. So what are the factors of production? To complete production, we need some factors. The main factors are land, then labor, capital, money, then entrepreneur. There are two main activities in an economy: production and consumption. Production produce the goods, consumption use the goods. Similarly, there are two kinds of people: producers and consumers. Producer, those are producing the product, they were called as producers. Those are using the product, they were called as consumers. Well-being is made possible by efficient production and by the interaction between the production and producers and consumers. There must be interaction between the producer and consumers. In the interaction, consumer can be identified into two roles, both of which generate well-being. Consumers can be both the customers of the producers and suppliers to the producers. The consumers again divided into two type of consumer: customers and suppliers. The customer's well-being arises from the commodities they are buying, and the supplier's well-being is related to the income they receive as compensation for the production input they have delivered to the producers. Now we will see the meaning of production. Production is the process of combining various materials input and immaterial input in order to make something for consumption, that is output. So production is the process of we are combining material things and immaterial things in order to make a new output for consumption. It is the act of creating an output. So production is the act of creating an output. Output is a finished product. A good or service which has a value and contribute to the utility of individual. Production in economic refers to the creation of those goods and services which have exchange value. So production in economic terms, it refers to creation of those goods and services which has money value or exchange value. It means the creation of utility. It means creation of utility. What does it mean utility? Utility means want satisfying power of a product. Want satisfying power. I want to buy a car. If I bought the car, my want become satisfied. This is we call utility. I want to buy a new sari. If I bought the sari, I wear it, my want become satisfied. This is we call utility. So utility mean, underline this one, want satisfying power of a product. Utility on in the nature of form utility, time utility, and place utility. The utilities are differ according to the nature, according to the nature of form and time and place. Types of utility. Form utility. If the physical form of a commodity is changed, its utility may increase. Physical form of the commodity. For example, cotton increases when it is converted into cloth. The cotton is changed into cloth. When it comes as a cloth, the value of the cloth will be increased. This is we call form utility. Then place utility. If a commodity is transported from one place to another, its utility, its usage may increase. For example, rice is transported from Tamil Nadu to Kerala. In Kerala, the demand for rice is more. So when it is transported from Tamil Nadu to Kerala, its usage will be increased. Then time utility. The commodity is stored for future usage, its usage may increase. For example, agriculture commodity like paddy, wheat, etc., they are stored for regular use of consumer throughout the year. So throughout the year, that demand for paddy and wheat increased. Their usage may increase. This is we call time utility. Indian economy is mixed economy. You know this one very very important question. Our economy is mixed economy. What is meant mixed economy? In which both the private and public sector are existing together. They coexisting. Public and private sector, they join together here. This is we call mixed economy. Now we will see the types of production. There are three types of production: primary production, secondary production, tertiary and service production. First, we will see the primary production. What is mean primary? The work directly with the nature is called primary production. The nature gives a lot of gift to us. That we call primary production. Primary production is carried out by extractive industries like agriculture, forestry, fishing, mining, and oil extraction. These are the primary industries. These industries are engaged in such activities like extracting the gift of nature from the earth's surface, from beneath the earth's surface, and from the ocean. So the nature gives a lot of gift, and these industries we call primary production. The best example, agriculture, we are growing crops here, forestry, cutting trees and herbal things, honeys, etc. Then fishing from the water, mining, we are extracting minerals, materials from the under the earth, and oil extraction also. Next, This is primary production. You see here for mining, forestry, and agriculture. So these products are coming from the earth. The nature gives a lot of gift. So this is we call primary. Secondary production. This includes production in manufacturing industry, turning out semi-finished and finished goods from raw material, and intermediate goods conversion of flour into bread or iron ore into finished steel. They are generally described as manufacturing and construction industries like manufacture of cars, furnishing, clothing, and chemical engineering and building. So secondary production is nothing but change of raw material into finished product or semi-finished product. The best example here you see here this engineering and building, cotton industry, etc. Now we will see which is primary, which is secondary. Example for primary and secondary sector. Cotton is a primary sector. Cotton industry, secondary sector. Cloth production. Iron ore is a primary, iron industry. Secondary sector. Material production. Then wheat flour, primary, bread factory. Secondary sector, food production. And third one, tertiary production. It is otherwise called service production. It mainly helps primary and secondary production. Industries in the tertiary sector produce all those services which enable the finished goods to be put in the hands of consumers. From agriculture field to factory, we want some transport. So transport is a tertiary sector. From factory to market, we want transport. The finished product should be go into the market for sale. So we need some service sector, that is transport, communication, etc. In fact, these services are supplied to the firms in all types of industries and directly to the consumers. Examples cover distributed traders, banking, insurance, transport and communication. These are best example for service sector or tertiary production. Government services like law, administration, education, health, and defense are also included. So, tertiary sectors they are doing service for the improvement of primary and secondary production. You see here, tertiary sector, defense, banking, education. The most to the gross domestic product of our country is contributed by tertiary sector. Among these tertiary sectors, nowadays the total income will be raised by tertiary sector. Students, up to this we will conclude this lesson. Today we are studying about what? Production. So what is mean production? The change of raw material into finished product. This is we call production. What is mean utility? Utility means one satisfying power of a product. And how many types of utility? Three types. Place utility, time utility, and form utility. And how many types of production? So very very important two mark questions. Primary production, secondary production, and tertiary production. The remaining part will be seen in the next class. Today I will give some home assignment. You copy in a classwork note and study well. Thank you.